I'd like to welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity Top Gun Sales Bootcamp training. And is this one going to be a life changer for all of you?
Maybe.
Do you want it to be a life changer for all of you?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you know how to do that?
Don't know that I do.
See, remember the story of the the date with my 5-year old daughter?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, since you think so, we're going to do it again. Because this isn't one you should think so. You should internalize this. So, my kids, they had action vision when they were small children because their passions, their life vision was important to them. And Ginger Ann, on her action vision plan, she wrote that she wanted a date night with her dad or a date with her dad. And so she put that on her plan. I don't know, it was maybe 3 weeks out or something like that. So a lot of planning. And she's 5 years old, and she's looking forward. She's so giggly. So like, Dad, it's only a week before we have a date. Okay, honey, that's really cool. So Kenny says some really significant things, but he doesn't know they're significant when he says them. He doesn't realize how significant they are. Or do I just look for significant things that could be significant and I just speak them into existence? It becomes because it's significant, because I choose to make something significant. Like, I don't know that any of you participated in the conversation on decision making with Rosanna and Elaine and Ginger Ann and Stan and myself, which is fine. It's okay. You can't keep up. I get it. It's okay. So, anyways, so then it's counting down the days. Hey, Daddy, it's only 5 days and 4 days and 3 days, and all of a sudden the big day comes, and my wife Rosanna, she's like, "Hey, Ginger is really looking forward to it." See, that's the kind of wife you want. You want somebody that's going to be a wingman for you. Somebody that's going to say, "Hey, you got a lot of stuff going on." So she says, "Make sure you're home, on time tonight." And so, some nights, I mean, it's hard owning a company. It's really hard. And then we have, I don't know what, two or three little ones at the time. Ginger Ann's the oldest one. And so she calls me, so she gives me heads up in the morning, hey, reminder, date night tonight. And then she calls me at around noon. And have you ever had one of those days where the morning was just brutal? No, I didn't think so. You guys are too young to have that. I get it. It's okay. You will. Someday you're going to have a morning that's just brutal. And she reminded me and she said, make sure again, Ginger Ann's really looking forward to this. Like she had really built up a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. Ooh, Nora, she says some significant things. She doesn't, when she's saying something significant, she doesn't realize how significant it is. Luke does too. Ben does too. Like you guys all say some really significant, but you don't understand. It's okay. As you get older, as you get more experience, you'll learn. You'll learn how to learn. You'll learn how to learn. Right now, you guys don't know how to learn. You just don't. It's okay. You're so young. Like you're so young. And so she says, hey, make sure you're home on time because Ginger Ann's really looking for. Got it. Okay, got it. And then the afternoon, I thought the morning was tough. Afternoon was brutal, unbelievable. It's like, you got to be kidding. You have got to be joking. Well, wait a minute. I was probably about you guys' age at that time. Interesting. Like, interesting. so, so on the way home, like the morning was brutal. Afternoon was, I mean, worse than that, worse and worse. And I mean, I'm exhausted. I'm dragging it. I'm like, and on the way home, I'm thinking, hey, you know what? I mean, it's a brutal day. Like, it's tough. So where does my mind go? My mind goes where you guys go, but you guys haven't learned this yet. But it's okay because you're not that good students, because you're too young to really learn things, to understand significant things. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's important for you to realize you're not that good as students. You're just not. Just telling you. Just, it doesn't matter who tells you something different. You're just not. You just don't. You just aren't. So, where my brain goes is my brain goes to rationalization. It goes to rationalization. I go ahead and said she had a goal. We said we were talking about it, but on the way home, I went ahead and convinced myself it'd be better for her to go ahead and have it rescheduled. Yeah, I had that all in my head, had it all planned out. I had it mapped out. I'm good at sales. Like, I know how to sell this. I know how to sell this to Ginger Ann. I know how to sell it to my wife. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip into the amiable. I'm going to make it about them. It's about Ginger Ann. It's not about me being selfish. Hey, you guys, I'm sure you guys, because you guys are such good students. You guys have learned how selfish you are. Like, I know how to do the flip. It's about Ginger Ann. It's not about, and it's about Rosanna. I've learned how to do the flip. So I get, I open the door. So I don't know what age I would have been. I mean, it probably would have been 28, 29. Yeah. I wish you guys would have met me then. Holy cow. Wow. You think I'm something now, man. Anyways, so I opened the front door, and greeting me at the door is my wife and my 5-year-old daughter in her dress and her long white coat. I remember it as if it was yesterday. And I took one look at my wife and took one look at my daughter, and I became selfish, but different this time. And I knew it's not in your best interest, Mark, to reschedule this particular goal. Like, it doesn't matter how tired you are, doesn't matter, how it doesn't matter. It's about her. It's about a memory. It's about goals. It's about this is some. So immediately, energy and passion. You guys haven't learned how to do this. The problem is you guys have coffee and energy drinks and a whole bunch of reasons, like so many reasons. So many reasons. Oh my goodness, you got reasons on top of reasons on top of reasons. And all you got to do is watch TikTok and it'll teach you more. Just more reasons. You got more and more reasons. And so all of a sudden, energy popped up. No energy drink, no coffee, just natural energy. Like what's happening now. Something you guys haven't learned how to do yet. It's okay. You're young. You're inexperienced. The challenge is because of all of the internet, all the other stuff you got pumped into you. You think you're smart and good student. You're not. But nobody will tell you the truth, you poor souls. It's okay. It's okay. That's what Top Gun is helping you to understand. It's helping you understand, you know what? You're not that smart. You're not that amazing. And no group that you're a part of will tell you that, but Top Gun will tell you that. Because you'll be a smoking hole in the ground in life. Ooh, this is good. So get all excited, get in the car, open the door for her, because I'm trying to train her to go ahead. This is the kind of guy you're looking for, honey. Guy who respects you. Guy that, when you set a goal, he's after it. Like, he's after that. What I didn't realize is that, didn't really take into account because I wasn't that smart at the time. I knew it, though, because I was on it. I was like, okay, you got to learn, Mark. You got to learn. You got to go ahead. You got to. So we're going to the restaurant, and, Ginger Ann's talking about all the things that little 5-year-old girls talk about. Man, is she going along? And I'm loving it because I don't have to say anything. She's just jabbering along. That was so much fun. And we go into Marine Calendars and we sit down and she's talking and I just get to sit there and enjoy it. Like, just sitting there enjoying it. Now she's 37 years old. She's a mother of 6. She's pregnant with number 7. When she was 11, she and I went over to Russia together. Another story for another time. So all of a sudden, the waitress comes, takes our order, and comes back a little while later with the food. And all of a sudden, Ginger Ann stops and she says, "Dad." I said, "Yeah, honey." She says, "How come we didn't pay for the food?" I said, "Well, honey, in nice restaurants, you pay after you eat, not before." Like, what a novel. Like, I'd never thought of that before. But with a 5-year-old, see, even when you're tired, you're exhausted, you have no energy left, you can still step it up. You guys haven't learned. It's okay. I didn't realize until a couple days ago on how people in their 20s and 30s, they think they're good students. They're not. They're just not. And nobody will tell them the truth. And my heart just goes out to them. It's just like you guys suck as students. You just do. And she thought that was the coolest thing. It also gives you an idea where I'd taken. See, this wasn't the first date night I'd taken her out, but you knew where I took her before. You know, like McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or Burger King, like all the fast food. But this one, Marie Callender's, this was a nice restaurant. And she thought that was the coolest thing. And on the way home at night, I thought, you know, it's interesting. I'll never forget that. Like, I don't know if she would remember it or if she wouldn't remember it, but I never forgot that. I use that as I speak all around the world. It's one of the top, probably the top story. That and the warm belly rub, but that one's the top one because there's dreams and goals, and her dreams and goals are wow. So important to her dad to help, to help. Now she's got an 8-year-old daughter, 2 daughters that are 8. So she's going out with Grandpa now. And she wanted to have a dress. That was the coolest thing. I'll be forever thankful and grateful for Nora for helping me out in that situation because Grandpa did not know how to do fabric and how do you do this and that. And we're at the fabric store and I call, in some help from Nora, and she was very helpful. I'll never forget that. Like all the women in the fabric store, there's this young guy, 62 years old, with his granddaughter. And we're choosing out the material and the color. And then she wanted to be a hairstylist. And she said to her mom, she said, "Hey, Mom, I want to be a hairstylist." And she's like, "Honey, you're 8 years old." And she says, "Well, I'm going to just talk to Grandpa because he helps me achieve, like he's a dream maker. He'll help my dreams come true." See, it's not just for JoJo. It's for any of my grandkids. I mean, that's my heart. It's not just for any of my grandkids. It's for each of you. I don't know how to teach you guys that. How do you teach somebody to be humble? I don't know. I mean, how do you teach somebody to internalize? So when I say, "Hey, have you ever, my daughter and date at 5, you remember that story?" "Oh, yeah." Yeah, never forget that story. Whoa, that's like a never-ending story. I don't mind telling it again. But how do you go ahead and teach somebody, especially you guys' age, to be humble and thankful and curious questions and to not allow your feelings to control you, but you control your feelings and to understand that the truth will set you free, which means that if you don't understand the truth, that you're going to be enslaved. How do you look at the past, the present, and the future? How do you learn to see, think, and do? Like, how do you be as young as I? How do you be on fire as much as I am? Without the coffee, without the caffeine, without all of the extras. How do you do that? I don't know. Honestly, I just don't know. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to transfer this over. It's fascinating on the dreamscape and the casting of the vision. You think about that and think about Like it wasn't even planned. So driving home, and I'm thinking, I'm glad I stepped it up. I'm really glad I stepped it up. I'm glad I wasn't that young lady. She's become, holy cow, is she an amazing woman? An amazing wife, amazing mother. And I had, some part of that. But my girls, I feel now I have granddaughters and I feel kind of sad for them. Why is that, Mark? Because they were exposed to a dad that stepped up continually, day in, day out, never gave up. So they'll have this weird expectation because it's the only dad that they ever had. They have this weird expectation that their husbands, are going to do the same. One of my sons-in-laws, Jason, he owns an accounting firm. Call him once, and they're like, "Yeah, it's during tax season, like during this tax season," and it's like, "Yeah, he's not here." I'm like, "Okay, no problem. Have him give me a call back." And they're like, "Yeah, he's out with Elena on a date." Excuse me, during the middle of tax season? Dang, that's a good dad. See, he's not making excuses. He's not making excuses on why he can't. Why have tax season? 3-year-old honestly doesn't care. Like it's really cool and it's a great story. Always remember that because she might not understand maybe until she's 20, 30. No, probably might not ever understand the sacrifice that you made and how hard it was, but you stepped up and you did it. When you look back, it's really not that hard. It's not that big of a deal, but definitely make it drama. So you go, whoa, you're a good. So, Luke, uh, that was, the date with the 5-year-old daughter, Ginger Ann. Remember, you never forget that story, Luke?
Probably not. Nope.
Hope not. I mean, I don't mind. I've told it hundreds of times. So it's not that I don't like telling it. It just takes a long time, right? We could be doing other things. We could be pounding a nail, and we could, like, let's get to something. Yeah. Kenny, you know what? The most significant thing you said at Coffee Connection, of all the Coffee Connections, the most significant thing you said?
How a young man learns to prepare for wedding for marriage.
Yeah. Glad you didn't say that, that the driver's perfect. Thought you might come up with that one. That was a pretty interesting one too. But no, it's how do you prepare for marriage? How do you prepare for kids? Yeah, absolutely. So this is how you do it. You practice here. Ben, he went ahead and listened to it. Did you guys get his bandage up and out?
Yeah, I thought that was
Yes.
funny.
Right. Nora, he had the right tone, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was fine. Did you guys get what he was saying?
Yeah,
What was he saying?
we don't participate a lot.
Well, there's not energy, there's not passion. And it's okay because you guys got a lot to learn. Glad you're such good students. Like, are you going to internalize that? Like, are you going to realize that you could go ahead and change because you engage, because you're excited, because you're passionate? You can make a choice. You can choose. See, you have the energy, you have the passion if you choose to do it. You all do. You're all creating God's image. You just are. But are you going to step it up? Do you have to do it every single? He's like, it's interesting, Dad. I said, what's interesting, buddy? He's like, there's some days on Top Gun that you're not a happy camper. But he's my son, so he gets that. And sometimes that's what's required to go ahead and wake somebody up because, I don't know, they're emotionally whatever. Like their heart stopped. I feel that a lot with people around me. Like their heart has stopped. You got to put 10,000 volts through them. Yeah, this is crazy. Like Top Gun, like this is a favorite because we chose to make it a favorite. You can do that every day, whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it. Nora, what you got?
I had 110% yesterday.
You go, girl. Have you ever had that? Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I mean,
That
not that
wasn't
exact number, but
right. Yeah, you broke the 100. Yeah, there's so much momentum. The flywheel with good to great. Oh my goodness, the momentum is building. There's so much opportunity. Like we got it. Like if you're part of Top Gun, you're like I don't know. I just want to own my own company. I don't know what it is. I just want to own my own company. I'm telling you, Legacy Partners. I'm telling you. We'll give you the phone number to call at the end. I'm telling you, Legacy Partners is you want to do that because that is your own company. You can work from home. You can choose your own hours. You can work from anywhere you want to work in the world as long as they have phone and internet. It gives you the ultimate flexibility. And you're changing people's lives and you can help other people make a lot of money and you can make a lot of money too. It's amazing. Nice. Kenny, what you got?
I'm just looking at my report for yesterday, and it looks, yeah, it says no daily report, no daily numbers recorded, but I recorded them yesterday. So I don't know what's going on there. So I had one client where I didn't really want to do the job, so I jacked up the price to like
Okay. Yep.
100% more.
Okay.
And then it's like, okay, we'll still do it. Perfect. Just trying to get out of it, but okay, we'll do it then. It's fine.
And what's the most important thing?
That we deliver high quality.
Right. You give him the value for what the jacked up price is. Like that. You give him, okay, how do we give him? And that value is not just in the workmanship. That value is not just in the quality. That value is the experience, like Mel, owner of Bluegate, all about the experience. See, the traditional businesses like accounting or builders or, roofers or, furniture, the traditional businesses are not all about the experience, but Mel, entertainment industry, it is all about the experience because that's the only thing you're selling is the experience. But we can learn something from Mel. We can learn something from Elvin. Like we can learn if we're good students, we can learn from those who are older because they've learned a lot. So it's about the experience. The experience is what twice the price can be. Like it can be, you could give him 10 times the value for twice the price. That is so awesome. What a great experience. You rock, buddy. What else you got on that one?
It does on that. It does like, if you know you can do that, or if you do that, it does give you like some energy about it. It's like, okay, this is
Right? You're like, what? Like, you mean the
guess
stuff on Top Gun actually works? Like the things Mark's saying is actually works. Not 100% of the time, all the time, every single time. But it doesn't have to go ahead and work 100% of the time, all the time. All it has to do is work once. If you're a good student, you say, whoa, if it worked once, maybe it works more than once. Like I noticed yesterday in talking with someone, I don't remember who it was, glad that I probably don't, but I remember that person saying, well, it didn't work once. See, if you look at it that way, well, then you'll never try it again. That's not the best way to look. When it doesn't work once, you try it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. When it works once, you remember it worked. Like you optimistic, you're like, I want something to work. I want it to do it. That is so cool. That'll inspire other people. Anything else you got on that?
not on that. No.
Okay, Luke, anything you got?
So you mentioned something about having a hard afternoon. So like it seems like my 3 to 5 o'clock is a lot more productive than my 8 to 12 o'clock.
Okay. So what's
Like
your
how do I? What was that?
so like look at yourself, have an out of body experience. Have an out of body experience. Why is it happening in the afternoon? Like why is it happening? What's happening? So you have visualize your body going outside of yourself and looking at yourself. That's what you do. You go out of yourself, you look at yourself and say, how do I do that? And then you try to recreate that same. It's all dopamine in your head. When they say it's all in your head, it's all in your head. It's the dopamine in your head. So you may trick yourself. See if you can trick yourself in the morning and think it's afternoon. Like you study that, you look at that. Does that
Copy
help?
that. Mhm.
Anything else you got?
Nope.
Kenny, did you have something else?
I had I talked with somebody yesterday. Don't know if there'll be a client or not. But it was a bit of interaction outside of business, and we got to talking about what we do, and then ironically enough, they had storm damage on their building, and they had a terrible experience with insurance, and
Yeah.
back and forth, and
Yep.
nobody had terrible experience with contractors. They came out, didn't never called them,
Right.
nothing like that. And it's like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we can work with them yet or not, but it's
Well,
just
I'm telling you, we're going to benefit from them immensely because what you're looking for is a box 12 feet successes. Well, it's not just successes, it's failures because somebody else's failure is your success. We'll take that bad boy and document that thing and put that into maybe a video. We'll put that into you take that thing and say, this is the experience that somebody had. Have you ever had a terrible experience with an insurance company? Anybody?
Yeah.
I have not. I mean, yeah, personally, yes, not in business.
Yeah.
I
So,
think I think I'm more aggressive in business. It's like, come on, you guys are.
right. So with me,
We're working for the client. We're helping out the client. Insurance, you better pick it up.
right. So with me, like Rosanna was like 7 months pregnant, 8 months pregnant with Jonathan, a 17-year-old kid drove, turned in front of her, her going 50 miles an hour, head on collision. State Farm, this was 36 years ago. State Farm was the insurance company on both sides. They've paid for their experience. We'll do that at another time. My gracious. So, yeah. So they don't want that. State Farm doesn't want that. They don't want to do those things. It's just kind of how they create systems. They don't create systems that are effective in that kind of stuff. They don't think about the big picture.
So I read something recently where auto insurance, I'm not sure what company it was, like if you don't check around for prices, they can see if you check around for prices, and then if you don't check around for other companies for prices within a couple of years, they jack up your price because they know you're not going to leave.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff out there with technology and everything else. And so it's really fascinating. Anybody else have anything else? All right. Truly, this has been, I don't know about you guys, but for me, this is going to be a top one. If you're joining Top Gun, don't think you're going to get this every day. It's not that good. Like, it's good, but not that good. So some days in Top Gun, whether or not you're, a salesperson, a basic, intermediate, advanced salesperson, you're going to benefit from it. But there's going to be some, there's going to be some that you're going to benefit more. Whether you're, somebody who's not in sales, but thinking about getting into sales, you know, you're going to go ahead and every day is not going to be like this, but you're going to learn even when you don't learn. There's going to be life changing ones you might not realize because you're going to hide it in your heart. you're going to realize something later. You won't realize it's as significant as it is, whether you're a dad or mom, whether you're a child, whether you're a business owner or an employee. Top Gun is for you. I mean, we're all in sales. Every one of us are in sales. If you're not getting what you want in life, Top Gun can help you do that. It can. So if you have any questions, connect with the individual who invited you to participate in today's session, or you can call toll free 888-230-2300, outside the U.S. 630-393-9909. And always remember, we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.